Take two. Welcome back, my imperfect people. It's your girl, The Unconditional Truth, here again with another vlog. What's up? Before I get started, I do want to make a special shout out to Idol. Check the spiffy hat out though I got. Like, dope, right? Black owned, awesome people. They have a great mission statement. So I'm gonna put their link in the description box below. Check them out, y'all. Like, they're amazing. For those who are new to my channel is really about mental health, just being positive, positive self-awareness, positive self-image, self-love, love for all. Like, that's what my channel is about. So if you're new, welcome. I hope you like the video. And for those my imperfect people who have been rocking with me, thank you guys for coming back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of the video, we're gonna be talking about what's in your cup. I'm just playing, mine is totally water, But basically, what is in your cup? And I wanna zone in on two key things. What are you pouring yourself into, or what are you giving your energy to? And what are you allowing to be poured into you? Have you ever been in a predicament where you're pouring into these situations and you're trying and you just find yourself just drained, or you find yourself just completely depleted, and it's just like, why am I even doing this? Or you find yourself in a career where you're just like, going to this job literally has me depressed. Or being around these people, it's just like, I was good, and then when I started hanging out with them, like, my depression just came back. Like, hey, how are you doing? I'm back. So a lot of times we don't even sit there and think about, okay, so what am I doing? I know for me personally, there have been situations where I wanted to help somebody so bad and do all these things, and I wanted to pour into them, and it was like a one-sided situation. Like, when I needed them, ghost, like Casper. But when they needed me, I picked up like clockwork. Oh, hey, are you okay? You know, because that's the person that I am. And I know some of you are out there and it's just like, I'm trying to be a good person, but I am tired. Like, why is that? Or you feel like being around certain people just brings you down, or things like that. I want to talk about those things because not only do they affect your mental stability or your mental health, but it also affects like how you perceive certain things about yourself. So one, what are you pouring into? Are you in situations that are not bearing fruit for you at all? Like relationships with a significant other, a friend, or whatever the case may be. You feel like you're giving your all and nothing is coming back to you. Or it's a situation to where you're fighting for this person and you're just like encouraging them and they're just not getting it, and you're trying your best, but it's causing you to be sad or causing you to be like down on yourself because of the negative things they're saying. What are you pouring into? What are you putting your energy into? Don't mind my dog. Like, she just came out of nowhere. But sometimes you really have to evaluate certain situations that you put yourself into, because whether you like it or not, those situations are pouring into you. Whether it's the gossip circle at your job and you're wondering why like all of a sudden you have a bad vibe at the workplace, or it could be a social organization that you're involved in school and you wonder, they keep up so much mess and you wonder why mess is coming your way. It's the company that you're keeping. And what I've learned is who you're around, you will start being like. If you don't know why you're so tired or why your energy is so zapped, you're gonna keep doing those same things. And it could be out of either you're pouring yourself into a dead or negative situation, or you're allowing a dead or negative situation to be poured into you. Well, what do you do? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm trying to figure that out too. But there are 3 things that I'm actually putting into place that maybe will help you out. Number 1, identify self. Who are you? And what does that mean? What do I like? What do I don't like? What can I tolerate? What don't I want to tolerate? Where am I at in my mental health journey? All these things together make up who you are. Is my happiness self-sufficient, or is it always based on somebody else? A lot of times we try to add and pour and save the world, but we don't have the joy, the happiness, the purity, the self-love that we need to have in order to do these things within ourselves first. So for example, let's take this cup of water that I have right here. You see how much, do y'all see how much water's in here? If I try to fill up this bottle with this much of water, this bottle's not gonna be filled, and this one dang sure is not gonna be filled. So you have to really evaluate, do I have that energy to pour into this certain situation? Sometimes the answer is no. You barely have enough for yourself. Like this is really not gonna do anything for me. Like I'm gonna have to get some more water. Like that's how much you have to want for yourself. Like this is not enough for me in my life, so I want to add more to my cup before I can even start thinking about pouring into anything else. Others will benefit from you because you're happy, because you're loving, because you're working through your depression, you're working through your anxiety. People will benefit from that. Next, identify your wants / the person you want to be, or the things that you need in order to excel in a certain area, a certain part of your life, or whatever that may be. Let's say you have a problem with your finances, right? Why would you hang out with friends that always spend their money and they don't have a pot to piss in? You need to surround yourself by people or situations that are favorable for the person that you want to become. When I hang out with my friends, they don't deal with being bipolar, but they do deal with depression and things like that. And just seeing them work through that in a positive light, it gives me hope that I can do the same thing. Granted, they don't know how I feel, I don't know how they feel, but because they handle it in a positive way, I can learn from them. And that's the kind of friendships I need in life, because the person I want to be aligns with the people that they are. Have you ever went trick-or-treating and you know certain houses give out certain candies that you don't like? For me, I don't like chocolate, so there are certain houses that only give out chocolate. I don't try to go there, because when I reach in my bag, it'll be my luck to pull out a piece of chocolate, and then I'm upset because I don't want that. It's nasty to me. So as a result, if I strategically avoid those houses that have chocolate, then the probability of me pulling a piece of chocolate out of my bag is very low. And that's just like in life. The people that you allow to pour into you, if they're pouring in positivity, love, strength, all these things into you, and you're willing to receive it, that's what you're gonna be filled up with. And then, going back to the first point, that allows you to pour in positivity and pour in self-worth. And that leads me to my third point, taking a survey of your surroundings. Sometimes we have to say no to those parties, those situations that bring a negative vibe to us. Again, energy is very transferable. So if I know that hanging out with you and your friends is not gonna make me feel that positive, I'm gonna have to pass this time. Or you have to say no to those obligations just because you wanna chill. You just wanna sleep. You wanna read a book, whatever. It's okay. Self-care is not selfish. And that is all about really, really, truly zoning in and honing in on what you're allowing to be poured into yourself and what are you pouring yourself into. So when surveying your surroundings, you check things like, are these people supporting you or pushing you in the direction of the person either you were, is allowing you to remain stagnant, or is it helping push you to the person that you want to be in the future? Where do the people or the situations fall into? Is the situation mutually beneficial? Does the situation drain me, but they're getting all they need out of me? Is it sucking me dry? Is it sucking me dry? Those are the things that I ask myself in order to see if I want to continue to put myself in those situations or surroundings. Saying no is not a bad thing. Sometimes saying no to others is saying yes to you. I hope you guys enjoyed what I talked about today. I know it was a little, like thought-provoking, but that's good. It's all about the conversations, because if we don't talk about mental health and really trying to be a healthier us, who will? So if you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button below, the like, comment. I hope you guys have a wonderful, safe, I'm perfect day. Again, check out the idol. Being imperfect is just I'm perfect with the space in between to be you. I hope you guys have a great one. Hit the thumbs up. Love you guys.